Got one. Oh, this is a good fighter. I hope I get him in. Might not be that big, but he's the best fighter of the day for sure. Oh yeah, he's good size. That's a good sized fish. Welcome back to Under a Bobber Fishing. This is Steve, and I'm at this pond here that I haven't been to in a while. I went fishing yesterday, went to 2 different ponds and got skunked. Didn't even get a bite. But it was cold yesterday. It was 33 degrees and really windy. Today it's still really windy, but it is sunny and the temperature is 53 degrees. So I'm hoping we might do better. I also chose a pond that's a little shallower than the other 2 I was at, so maybe the water's a little warmer, so we'll see. Anyway, gonna put some bait in, see what we can get. I'm gonna start off with some crappie nibbles. The fish in this pond are pretty big, so I don't need to just use 1 crappie nibble. So I'm gonna start off with 2. We're rolling it into a ball here, and then I'll put it on there in a couple of different ways, but today we'll start off with sort of flatten it a little bit. So it was a ball, then I flatten it into what I call a fat frisbee. I'm gonna put it on the hook like that. I got a fish. Let's see if we can get him in here. Second cast. The first cast I caught a leaf. Let's see what we got here. Okay, decent bluegill, not gigantic, but when it's February, I'll take him. Nice looking guy. Maybe 6.5 inches, something like that. Okay, thank you, buddy. Well, that was cool. See if we can get some more. I got another fish on the very next cast. Let's get them in. Loving this so far. All right, another bluegill. About the same size. Maybe a little smaller, actually. This one left me the bait. There he is. That's 6 inches, something like that. Thank you, buddy. Got one. So I caught 2 in a row, and then I missed one, and ooh, this one's pretty big, and threw it back out there, and then I got this guy. This dude's fighting way better than either of the other 2. He's the biggest one of the day so far. Good fighter too, way better fighter than the other 2. So excellent, excellent. Yeah, he's 7.5 inches probably. I'll take him. He took it hard and then fought well. So what more would you want from a bluegill? Oh man. Thank you, buddy. There he goes. All right, I got one. I was reeling it in to check the bait, and that's when he hit. I've said this before, but that happens a lot. I never fish that way. I don't intend to catch a fish in that manner, but it does happen. And this one, he's maybe not any longer than any of the others, but he's a little fatter. So he's the heaviest one so far today. All right, so what is that, number 4, I think. Thank you, buddy. Got one. I tried a gulp night crawler for a little bit, and I got 1 bite, but I didn't get any fish, and then I decided to go back to the crappie nibbles, and first cast I got this little guy. Smallest one of the day so far, but again, all right, I'll take him. There he is upside down. Thank you, buddy. Got one. So I put a gulp alive minnow on there, and I got a couple of little bites, but they just weren't going for it. I think that bait's still just too big. So I thought, what the heck, I'm gonna try some crappie bites. So those are made by Trout Magnet, and or maybe it's Crappie Magnet, I don't know, but they're no, it's crappie magnet, I don't know what. Anyway, they're crappie bites, and I haven't had as good a luck with them, but this was the first cast with that, and I caught this guy. So nice bluegill. Excellent. Thank you, buddy. Try that again. Okay, here's actually what they are. They're called slab bites, and they're by Crappie Magnet. So same thing. I'm using 2 of them. I'm gonna roll them into a ball here, and then flatten it out a little bit into a, like that, into a fat frisbee, and then right through the middle of that hook and right on there like that. So hopefully we'll catch something else. This is Steve from Under a Bobber Fishing, and I've got my bobber out. I moved to a different part of this pond. It's a part of the pond that goes under a road connected by a culvert, and I'm over here on the other side. I've had success fishing here before, but the reason I moved was because the bite stopped completely over there, and so I figured, oh, what the heck, I'll go try another spot. And same thing. So it's not even that late, it's 5 o'clock. So I don't know what's going on really, but they are not biting anymore, and so I'm just gonna call it. So this is Steve from Under a Bobber Fishing. Until next time, bye. Welcome back to Under a Bobber Fishing. This is Steve. I'm at this pond that I fish in a lot, and today is going to be the second day of this video, if I catch some fish today, that is. I went yesterday to another place and I caught 5 fish, but I didn't think that was good enough to stand on its own, so hopefully I'll catch some fish here. I'm going to be fishing for panfish, but this pond has bullhead catfish in it, and it also has carp. And I'm going to start off with crappie nibbles, and often I've caught lots of bullhead catfish in a couple different places on crappie nibbles, and I caught a carp once on crappie nibbles, so you never know. But I'm targeting the panfish. We'll see what we get. So here are the crappie nibbles. I've got 2 of them. I'm going to roll them into a ball. I usually use 2 or 3. Once in a great while, if it's really cold out and so they're barely biting anything, I might use 1. And there's one pond that I go fishing every once in a great while now that has just the tiniest little fish in it, and if I go there I might just put 1 on there. But I like to roll them up into a ball and then flatten them into what I call a fat frisbee, and then I just put it on the hook like that. So let's see what we get. Got one. Took a little while, actually. Longer than I thought it was going to take. It's nice out here today. It's 49 degrees and sunny. Hardly any wind. So there he is. That's a nice bluegill too for this pond. There are some bigger ones actually even, but that's a good one. All right. Nice. Thank you, buddy. There he goes. There he goes. All right, I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to use 2 of them. Now, the reason I'm using crappie nibbles right now is because even though it's warm out, it's been cold, and especially at night. And the fish aren't just super aggressive yet. So when it gets warmer, I prefer to use gulp alive minnows. Those are excellent. But right now, I've done a little test every once in a while, and they're just not going for them yet. So we're going to try that again. Got one. All right. Only the second fish. I had to move around a lot. So they're not coming fast and furious for sure. Nice little bluegill though. There he is. I'll take him. Thank you, buddy. There he goes. Got one. Okay, little guy, but I'll take him. Working hard for these fish today. Thank you, buddy. There he goes. Got one. Very next cast after I missed that one. So that's kind of cool. Another bluegill. I think this is number 4. I may have lost count, but I think it's number 4. And he's a good looking guy. Thank you, buddy. Got one. All right, another bluegill. All about the same size, except for that first one. That was pretty big. So there he is. Little guy. Again, I'll take him. Thank you, buddy. Got one. All right. I believe that's number 6. All looking about the same again, except for that first one. That was bigger. All right, thank you, buddy. Got one. Oh, this is a good fighter. I hope I get him in. Might not be that big, but he's the best fighter of the day for sure. Oh yeah, he's good size. That's a good sized fish. What do we have here? That is a hybrid green sunfish bluegill. So that is a green gill. You can tell, so it doesn't look like a green sunfish, but if you look at the fins, they have a little bit of white on the edging and then some orange. So that's what's coming from the green sunfish. So excellent. Nice fish. Good size too. Thank you, buddy. Got one. Another good fighter. Not as big as the last one. About as big as most of the other ones, but he was a good fighter though. Always appreciate that. Let's get a quick look at him here. A little bluegill. I think that's number 8. Thank you, buddy. Did I get him? Okay, he's on there. Let's see if he stays. I lost the last 2. Man. Threw it in the same spot, so who knows if this is the same one. I missed twice, but at least I conquered the spot. There he is, little guy. Little bluegill. Thank you, buddy. One. Hopefully we can get him in here. There he is. Oh, that's a good one. That's number 10. Pretty good size. Not huge, but bigger than most of those other ones today. Not that first one I caught. That first one was the biggest one of the day. Thank you, buddy. There he goes. This is Steve from Under a Bobber Fishing. I'm going to throw it out one more time. Kind of facing into the sun here, but it's going down. And there's some clouds over there. So I've caught 10 fish today, so that's pretty good, especially on a cold, it's not that cold, February day. I mean, it feels a little cold. When I started, it was 49 degrees, but it's now closer to about 42 and the wind's blowing, so that makes it feel a little cold, especially since I didn't wear super warm clothes because it was warmer when I started. So it's nice that the bluegill are biting. They're still pretty tentative, so I've been using a smaller hook along with some smaller bait. And I think that's the key at this time of year before it really warms up. Once it warms up, I'll start fishing for some other things and using some bigger baits even to try to get some bigger bluegill. But that's going to be it for now. They haven't really been biting in the last several minutes, so I don't know. But I'm going to call it. So this is Steve from Under a Bobber Fishing. Until next time, bye. Well, I got one after the sign off. I still had a decent piece of bait on there. Ooh, he's good. And I decided, oh, what the heck, I'd throw it out one more time. And I got this guy. And he's probably the second biggest of the day. And there he is. And he got the bait, so thank you, buddy. So now I'm really calling it. So, till next time, bye.